All right, guys, you know what day it is. It is Thursday, and it is September the 24th, 2020, a year of a lot of unexpected things, but it's a great day to be on Childcare Millionaires. In just a second, we will start our webinar for this week talking about how to upgrade your childcare management. So go ahead and tag a friend. You have 30 seconds to get your bodies in the seat, get a pen in your hand, because you do not want to miss not even 1 second of our webinar tonight. All right, guys, it's your girl B Woods, and I see everybody just going in the chat, and I see you there. So you know what you need to do. You have to tell who you are, where you're from, and go ahead and put that in the chat. Now, tonight I'm going to ask you to do something a little bit different than we've ever done before. If you can notice, we're using a very new tool called StreamYard. In the StreamYard, I need for you to do me a favor, and I'm going to make sure you have enough time. You actually need to go out of the broadcast and tell StreamYard you give them permission to see your picture. Just like Samantha did. Hey, Samantha, I see you. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. I love it. I love it. I love it. If you do not go and accept StreamYard's authorization, then you have no picture, and I don't know who you are, and it'll just say, I'm here, but I want to know who's here. So do me a favor, take 1 second, just 1 second, go out of the stream, and then it will ask you if you want to be able to accept StreamYard's ability to see your messages. If you don't see it, you'll see it next time. Hey, Teresa, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We appreciate the love. Thank you, Teresa. I love it. I love it. I love it. We're glad that you're here and that you're on. And you know on Facebook that I am watching. Hey, Latanya, thank you so much for being on. We appreciate you for being on tonight. Thank you, Tanika. We appreciate you so much. So one of the first things that we want to do every time that we come on is we want to just take a moment and celebrate, and the reason why it's so important to celebrate is because there are a lot of things that go on in childcare, and we just want to take a moment to celebrate and post your wins. So if you have any wins from the week, hey Kathy, if you have any wins from the week, we want you to drop them below. We know that you guys are out there every day doing great things, and we are so proud of you. So we want to be able to celebrate your wins. Thank you so much. So I know some of you are going out so you can let us see your picture, and we appreciate that. We hope you like our new studio. We're always trying to upgrade our presence. We're also going to be using this new tool to do our open houses with our parents. There's so much information and things that we can do in our videos. So we're really excited to have this new tool. So that's a great thing. So Samantha has some wins, and we definitely want to share those wins with you. Samantha says her grant funds came in this week, and that is awesome. Shamika says she completed her food program paperwork to become her own sponsor. This is big news. Very, very good. And Latanya says, I think I found a building. I love it. I love it. I love it. We want to make sure that we celebrate those wins. Kathy says she found another center. This is what I'm talking about. Celebrating our wins, celebrating our growth is absolutely what we want to do. So make sure you tag your accountability partner, because we're about to get started on tonight's lesson. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tracy says she opened her second center this week. Congratulations, Tracy. You just have solidified your entrance into the $1 million circle. Tanika says she has 3 potential clients who call for an interview, totaling what? 10 kids. Who wants to enroll 10 kids in 1 week? That would be me. I would want to enroll 10 kids in 1 week. So we definitely appreciate you. Those of you who are on YouTube, we thank you. Those of you who are on Facebook, we thank you. We're on the Childcare Millionaires page. That's why I'm looking at the comments, but I can see your comments from everywhere, and I appreciate you. So now let's get down to the nitty gritty of why we came here tonight. You know, every week we try to give new information to our child care members because it's very important. And, you know, we think every week, you know, are you ready to upgrade your child care program? Because it's something that you need to do intentionally. You know, you got to make sure that it is on top of mind to make sure that you are upgrading your child care program. So I have a very good friend that I'm about to add to the stream, and his name is Rahul Berry. And I am telling you, we have become fast friends over the last 2 months. We have talked weekly, not just about my business, but about child care owners all across this nation and how we can help him. So I'm going to read his bio real quick. Rahul is the founder and CEO of a Silicon Valley based company called Pre to Three. I love the fact that his whole company is about childcare. It makes me happy. A complete childcare management system and solutions platform. Pre to Three helps childcare increase the enrollments through digital marketing and helps you manage those operational functions that give you a headache every day. Doesn't have to be a headache anymore of childcare businesses. Pre to Three was chosen as one of the top 25 ed tech solutions in 2018. Rahul moved to the Valley after completing his execution program at Stanford University in 2016. Prior to Pre to Three, Rahul has been in leadership positions at Times Academy in India, and Rahul's wife, owns and operates 3 centers in San Jose, California. So he knows the life of a childcare owner. Welcome to Childcare Millionaires, Rahul.
Thank you so much, Brandy. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be a part of this group on the program tonight, on the webinar tonight. Thank you so much.
And you know what? I forget that not only do you run Pre to Three, but you and your wife are part of the Childcare Millionaires group. So, guys, this is family, right? And I
Thank you
love
so
it.
much.
And just like, you know, we have Darby, we have LJ. Guys, I want you to know that Childcare Millionaires is a platform for everybody to grow, right? It's not a platform that's just for me and just for you to listen. If you have something that's great for childcare owners, we want to make sure that you help us spread the message of hope that can really help childcare owners um, grow their business. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. How to upgrade your childcare management. So, Rahul, tell us a little bit about your work in childcare and when did you first fall in love with childcare?
That's an interesting question because I fell in love with childcare because of my wife. She was always in childcare. She wanted to do something in childcare. And it was like I wanted to go on a vacation with her, and she never had time. She was to always tell me that I don't have time. I need to work on my business. I need to get into my families. I need to work with them. I need to she owned and operated childcare in India. That's how I started working into childcare, and then I started talking to more and more childcare owners about their experiences in running the business across the world. And I came to know that the most important element, me time, is missing with the childcare owners. They don't have me time. So I came up with an idea that if I could automate some of their processes to manage their business functions, that would be very helpful for them. And that's how I came into childcare business.
Awesome. I mean, that's really a story because we often talk about freedom in childcare and how if you're not careful, you can get stuck. like literally stuck in your business. And what was meant to be so freeing and what was meant to help you, it will, in essence, hurt you because you find yourself with no time. So I'm going to ask the child care millionaires who are watching, please, I want to know, what is the one thing that troubled you? Raul was saying that him and his wife was in business, but they didn't have enough time to holiday or vacation. And that's not what it is. So I want you to tell us, if there was one thing that you can work on to improve your business, what will it be? And I'm going to come back to those comments in just a second. So, where do you think most childcare owners and directors fail?
I think most of them, they don't fail. I think they are working towards success, and that success path has been long. It's more manual than more automated. I think the systems, the processes, and most importantly, the use of technology is missing in childcare. Like, people would definitely today is it's all about technology. Like, the same thing which used to take couple of days, now it's done in couple of seconds, like calculator or any other thing. I think childcare business owners are missing that element, and more working towards the manual part of it rather than automating the each and every process and systems of the business. Uh,
Yeah, I definitely think that's true. I think we probably use technology way less than public education. Um, and many of us, some people have corporate experience where they kind of were ingrained in using technology in their process. But then I find that some childcare owners, they just love kids, right? And so all of that office stuff, it's really not what they want to do. So, they find themselves doing it, but not in a way that creates ease for them, not in a way that the systems make it easy to run reports. They're like manually. How many of you are still hand doing tuitions and you're writing down everybody that pays one by one? Just go ahead and say me if that's you in the chat. I just find that, as childcare owners, we definitely don't use technology as much as we could. So how did you change that is what I want to know, but I have another question. So if they stay, we're gonna tell them how they can change that, right? Tanika says, LOL. I think she's still writing down by hand. Tanika, is that you? Are you still writing down by hand? Somebody says, me. How many of you are still calling your parents when you have a simple message like your baby needs Pampers? You're physically going to the phone, looking up that number, and you calling them. If these are some of the things you're doing, you're wasting so much time. How many of you are still emailing out schedules to your staff? Like when I look at Pre to Three, it solved so many problems for me. Tanika says, LOL, yes. We want to emancipate you from these things. Annette says, being able to complete the work that I desire each day is one of her struggles. So if you stay to the end, we're going to show you a platform that you can buy hours and hours of your time back. Oh, every single. I have one person says I text them. What if you can send a message to all of your parents at one time? I'm giving too much away. You guys have to stay till the end. If you promise to stay, I also have a free gift, right? So, Rahul, the owners that you see like really rock it out, and I call them champs. I say we have to separate the champs from the chumps. And if you are a champ, go ahead and type it in the chat. You got to go ahead and claim it. I'm a champ. What do you find that separates those owners that are like really kicking butt and taking names?
I think the biggest thing about the owners who are really champs are they know how to use technology, they know how to use tools to their advantage, whether it is a marketing tool like a simple Google My Business, or if it's a software, if it's a spreadsheet. I mean, how many of the Childcare Millionaire Association members would know that there is a tool called speech to text tool, where if you don't need to write anything on the letter, you can just speak to, like, Microsoft Word or Pages, and it will just type the whole letter for you. Like so many people don't know, and we start just typing. So if you use your tools correctly, if you have that mindset that I want to really take advantage of the technology, I think that's your first thing where you can really look at success. It's all about mindset, in my opinion. That people, some of the childcare owners, where I see, and I come back to your previous question, is they're scared to use technology, or they're scared to use a tool, or what if something goes wrong, what if it doesn't work. That's one of the fear factors, which is not good for their, like you know success path. Some of the
Right.
childcare owners who are successful, they have overcome that fear. They've tried, they've failed, they've tried, they've failed. But now the tools and technology and all other, uh, you can say any of the softwares, they're working fine for them. And they have mastered that technique to work on the business. And that's why they become so successful.
So now you're speaking my language. You already know that I believe that as an owner, you should be working on your business and not in your business. I think that this is one of the things that allows people to open multiple locations. If you are still cooking, if you are still changing diapers, if you are still teaching, if you're still answering the phone, if these are some of your main jobs, if you're still grocery shopping, you are working in your business. That means no one's taking care of the marketing. No one's making you a unicorn that stands out in the childcare world. No one is really doing that community involvement that it takes to move your business forward. So when you use these kind of tools, you buy back your hours, right? And so Monica is saying amen to that. She says technology is a game changer. Um, Laisha says, I'm soon to be an owner and I need to join this program. I'm a champ right now. Oh, Lord. Soon to be a champ thanks to you too. Exactly. And you know what? That's what we're here for. So we want you guys that are just starting out, or maybe you're old school and you're still operating as a dinosaur. Y'all know I talk about it. And your business is kind of Frankenstein together, it only takes 1 or 2 days to change your trajectory and get your center running more efficiently. You just got to want to do it. You got to want to do it. And that's right. The more you do that, you work on your business and not just in your business. Anyone can work in your business that makes minimum wage, but you are the visionary behind your business. And one of the things that you have a responsibility to do is to manage your business. So, Rahul, what tips do you have for owners to upgrade their management using technology, might I add?
Uh, yeah, you said very right thing that, business owners who work in their business, like, changing diapers and cooking in the kitchen. I mean, that's minimum wage. That means your hourly wage has gone down to that minimum wage. Imagine with that 1 hour, what you can do. Like, if you are not working in a kitchen or changing a diaper or any of your uh, manual task which you are doing otherwise. I think the biggest tips which I would give is start delegating. Start delegating work to your staff, to your computers, to your system, to your phone, to your devices, to your iPods, to your iPad, to your laptop. Start delegating work to them and see how well they perform.
You know what? I never thought about delegating to my technology. I mean, you guys like change the game for me. And you know what? I have done this. We have a scheduler for tours. That's delegating to my computer. We have automatic messages that go out when people message us in our Facebook Messenger. We have a chat bot. That's delegating my computer. You've like helped me change the whole game because sometimes we think that we have to delegate to people and we're like, oh my God, it's going to be a learning curve. But there are tools like your tool where I can delegate all of my money management to you. I can delegate my time cards to you. And like, I can do this for less than a Starbucks visit, might I add. So I'm just like, you just changed my life. I need
Yeah.
someone to say that. Delegate to your technology in the chat, and I may have a gift for you. Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's awesome. Yeah.
I
And
love that. And
I
so
mean,
delegation is one of the ways you think that they can improve management. What's another way you feel like that owners and directors can really improve their management?
I think change your brand perception. People pay you for your brand. People don't pay you for the services you offer. People pay you for the brand. Build your brand. Build that power inside the brand. Like when people visit, the first time they visit your website or the first time they read about you online, that's something which people would have perception about your childcare, and act like you are offering the best possible service in the area. If you act that, if you know the value of your services, the parent would really know the value of your services. So I think that's the second thing which you should do is, like, start with that brand building approach, like, where you would like to, you don't have to compromise on your brand. I mean, even if you have 10 students or even if you have 10,000 students, the brand is not equivalent to the number of students you have. The brand is a brand. It's a quality of your work.
Awesome. And Katoria is the winner of our gift. So those of you who don't know, she's Samantha. I can't give it to you because you already have this gift. Um, we have a new child care journal, and she said, delegate your technology. So Katoria, please go to my inbox, send me your address so we can send you out a journal. These are hot on the press. They were just released this week, and you can delegate your ideas to this journal. Congratulations, Katoria. So, listen, I want them to experience what I experienced. I had a total wow factor when you showed me Pre to Three a month or so ago. And the reason why I had a wow factor is I have seen several platform tools for childcare. And for me, they were always missing something. And we went through and you were like, oh, we got that. And I kept asking you questions. You was like, oh, we got that too. What? I was like, really? And then I was like, okay, Rahul, I know you live in Silicon Valley. I'm just knowing you're going to drop like this San Jose price on me. I'm like, how many commas am I going to have to pay for this? And when you told me, I was like, oh, this is more a service. Like, this is literally, to me, almost like a ministry to childcare owners. Like, because for me, like, I know people paying 10, 20 times and they're getting much less. So Rahul has agreed, guys, to show us a sneak peek into his software that you can use that's 100% cloud-based. That means when I'm on my phone, all I have to do is click in and I can see who's on my clock. I can see who's in my classrooms. I can see who has not paid me, but they won't be there if they haven't paid me. But anywho, I can see all of those things with a click of a button. But he will only show you if you say, I want to see, right? You have to put in the chat, I want to see. Because I know this. I know that faith comes by hearing. I know that action makes you move. And so if you can't just type, I want to see it, you don't deserve to see it. We have to be so action oriented, and sometimes we're just too lazy with our business. I love Samantha. She's always like the first person. Samantha's like, look, I want to see this now. I love it. We have to become so focused on being action oriented. You see all of these I want to see. I think we should show them. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And so, one of the things that I want to tell you guys that Rahul is really a person about value add. And he was like, Brandy, I want to come on, but I really want them to know that I'm here to help them. And I said, I appreciate that because a lot of times people are just scared to ask questions because they don't want to feel judged. So I want to tell you two things before Rahul shows you his prize baby. Voted what? Top 25, right? Top 25 in its category. I want you to understand that he is in childcare just like we are. Him and his wife are operating 3 centers just like we are. That gives him an extreme insight on what we do on a day-to-day basis. So I don't want anyone to feel too scared to ask their questions. I want you to ask your questions, and I want you to know that you are in a safe place. So Rahul, I'm going to go ahead and add this to the stream. And I am going to let you show us this precious little gift. So as he signs in, I love the fact that Ursula says, "I'm not open to center yet. I have the old Pro Care." Okay. So I need to add the other services to what I own. Gotcha. Ursula says, but she wants to see. Marilyn says she wants to see. So we are going to get started. So you guys can see what Pre to Three has in store for other childcare millionaires.
Right, guys, can you see my screen? Can you see my dashboard?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, great, awesome. Okay, I thought I lost you guys. Okay, so as you log into Pre to Three, this is the dashboard which you see. This is where your complete data, your information, your schools, your childcare, your facilities information stays. Like it gives you any notification if you have any notification. It gives you a head count, like number of students in, number of students out, number of students absent today, staff in, out, and absent today. It gives you this information. It gives room wise staff to student ratio. And this in the report section can be printed out in 15 minutes or 30 minutes duration. So you can have real time ratios for any of the visits from licensing you may have. This is something which is very, very important. You can see this on your phone also, all the ratios, whether you are in your facility or you are holidaying in Hawaii, you can see this ratios. This is the recent check-in checkouts. You can see, like, any staff members who have checked in or checked out. This is only for the staff members. So any staff member who has checked in would be green, and right now everybody has left, so it's like gray. So anybody, at what time did they leave, on which day, would be over here. So you can see most of your staff check-in, check-out over here, and any upcoming birthdays. So this is something which is like staff as well as children's. And this is where your fee management says, just a glimpse, like, paid in last 30 days, this much was paid to you. And this is last unpaid in last 365 days. So you can straight away see how much fee is owed to your center, and how much you need to collect. Um, these are some of the very good features which I have. I can show you a fee management system, which is really a cool feature we have. uh, it's it shows you complete cash flow over here, the paid, unpaid, and refunded amount over here. It shows you paid and upcoming dues, so upcoming dues for next 30 days. This is all your children, and how much balance is due and what is the invoice amount. And if there is anything, um, this is past dues. So you can, if you go on paid, it will automatically show you the paid amount over here. And if you go on unpaid, it will show you any invoice which you have raised in the for the next month. It will show you over here. Or you can set up a one-time invoice, simple click. You can create an invoice, send it out, save and send. It will go to the parent. Or you can create a recurring invoice. Recurring invoice, you don't have to create invoice monthly, weekly, or bi-weekly. You can just set it up once and it will go out every time you set up the uh, uh, every time the invoice is due. Another
So
cool
I'm
thing
gonna
about,
stop you real quick.
yes.
So he just gave y'all like all of these features, like you can do this every day so easily. How many of you don't really know how much money you're gonna bring in that month? Like you kind of know, oh yeah, I think I'm gonna bring in 6,000 or 15,000, but you don't really know. Yes, you just don't know. Ursula, you don't have to buy modules. Everything is included for such a reasonable price. He didn't do that, buy this or get that. No, everything is included, and you're not going to even believe the price. Like, it is ridiculously affordable. But I know that I have to call my director sometime and ask them how many people are in the building, or did such and such come on time. I mean, I want to just break down the fact of some of the tools that he gave us. One, you can literally look on your phone and see who was late. You don't have to call nobody. You don't have to ask anybody. You can know how many people are on your clock versus how many kids you have. Now, in our mind, kind of, we can think about that. But how many of you at 5 o'clock, you realize you have 10 kids, but you still have 6 people on the clock? Think about how much you could save just by being able to monitor your time, right? Second thing, just being able to look at what's coming in, make that projection, and you don't even have to be the bad guy, because you know that those invoices are going to go out to those parents for you every single week or every single month, depending on how you set it up. So I need you guys to give me some feedback. I know that you're loving what you're seeing. You know, I'm like, Rahul is talking about this, like, oh, it's so easy. But for us, we're over here struggling, like doing time and ratio analysis, and am I losing money on time? Or, who owes me? Oh, I think they paid, but did they pay? I charged them the late fee. All of these are all the things that we're not doing well. So I want to make sure that they know for sure, everything that this platform has to offer. So I'm gonna let you talk again, but I had to just break it down and be like, listen, listen. It's so important that we just talk about this. Joyce says, wow, right? Laisha says, this sounds awesome to have. Yeah, you want to be able to look at your business at a bird's eye view. You want to be able to pull a report. You don't want to have to always create a report, but I can pull a report that shows how much money was actually deposited, right? And those deposits happen the next day.
Yes.
Right? The next day, not 2 or 3 days from now. I can see Monday night what parents did not pay, and I can know that the system has automatically sent them out a message. And so I don't have to be the bad guy. Marilyn says this is essential to a business. Absolutely. A way to track your time, to see who's in your building. Yes, it's kind of like a CRM, but it's more, or CCM, which is like the child care management, but it's more inclusive, because we're going to tell you about a few things that they've added to make life even easier for us. So, Rahul, I give you back the floor.
Thank you. One of the things which the system does is everybody has a staff schedule, and if your staff punches in before the schedule, it would notify you immediately. So let's say if your staff was supposed to come at 9 o'clock, but the staff came at 8 o'clock or 8:30, it would just notify you, hey, listen, Jackie was not supposed to be here at 8 o'clock. She's here. Now what action you want to take? So you can call up, or you can take any action, or you can, the system notifies you of everything happening. It's like your eyes in the facility. It's like your PA or a VA in your facility, some of your assistant in your facility. So that's what it does for the staff management. For the
Rahul, Kashani has a question. She says, will this help with multiple centers? Well, we both have multiple centers. So yes. I think this is revolutionary for me, because I can just log in, I can click which center I want to see, and it's just so simple. So I'm going to let you answer her question, but this is one of the things that I loved about it.
Yeah, you can have as many centers as you want. Every time it would be a single login. Once you log in, it will ask you which facility you want to look into, and you can look into that facility.
Awesome. So
it definitely would give you that data. We have partnered with Chase for all the merchant processing and payment processing. So all the payments are processed via Chase, and most of the national banks and most of the banks, it is transferred to your account next day. And in some cases, we have seen instances where the bank is remote and like a small bank, like a credit union or some, but like just one branch. Over there, the money is transferred the second day. So it's uh, like you know, uh, it's like having money in the very next day in your hand rather than waiting for 3 4 days for money to come to your account.
Yeah, Doris had a really good question. She says, "Can this system be used on my phone, computer? Also, is this system in the cloud?"
Yeah, it could be used on your phone, on your laptop, on your desktop, on your iPad, and your system is in cloud. You can use it from anywhere in the world.
And that's what I like.
Yeah.
'Cause I like the vacation. Like I can today, I actually had the opportunity to go to lunch with my husband in the middle of the day. I'm like, oh God, we're getting our time back. Um, and I was able to just hop on and see what was going on, and that's good. Monica had a question about the payments, and I love this answer. She said, "Is the is is there a fee for online payments?" So I love this answer.
Wow, there's no fee for online payments. The only payments you make is a credit card processing charges, which is charged by the processors, and you pay $1 per ACH transaction. That's it. There is no other fee associated with online payments. And the cool part, you can transfer the fee to the parents. So if any parents is wanting to pay via credit card, the system would automatically add the credit card processing fee and add to their account. And do you know, from our case studies, um, imagine on an average how much a facility would have saved just by transferring the credit card transaction fee to the parents. Just give me a figure. Just give me a
I
minimum.
know for me, mine is ridiculous. So I'm gonna let them give a figure, and I'll tell my own business. So when we had this conversation, I actually went back and looked at how much we paid in credit processing. And I was like, I don't pay that much. Oh, I was in shock. I was in shock. So Joyce, to answer your question, while you guys answer the question, did he say $1 per transaction? So if a person pays ACH, that means like through their checking or savings account. It's a dollar fee per transaction, but you can give that fee to the parent. You don't have to take that fee onto you, but it's optional. Some of us just write off our fees, and it's totally up to us. Okay, so Kashani said 435. Um, Samantha said 30,000 in processing fees. We pass ours on to parents. I'm trying to see anyone else. I can tell you between our two centers, between processing fees and what is it? Compliant PCI compliance fees. Last year we paid upward of $7,000 in fees. What if I could have taken that $7,000 and used it on marketing or materials or playground? So we will be passing on our fees to the parent. I mean, it's easier for them to pay $2, $3 than me paying $7,000. But for those of you who say, you know what, I don't want to charge my parents an extra fee, you can simply pay that fee and write it off on your taxes. It's totally up to you. Consult your CPA for what's best for your business. Yes. Monica says they pass the fees on to their parents. Awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
most of the facilities have started doing that. So yeah, you can set it up the way you want it. Either you can charge, uh, and can you you can charge the parents, or you can just go ahead and uh, absorb it to your facility. So you can do it both ways.
Awesome, awesome. If you love that, can you just do me a favor and tap some hearts and some thumbs up? Because I know many of us, we just lose money just because we don't watch it as closely as we could. This is another question we have, Raul, and I know that you want to show us the communication part. But I couldn't answer this question, so I said I better post it. And they said, "Can you share your migration process?" Like, so I'm not sure what she means, but you probably know.
Yes, so we can migrate from other systems. It is manual because right now the childcare managements are not allowing, the other softwares are not allowing migration. If you have it in a spreadsheet or a CSV file, it is an auto upload, and our team is there to help you, to have a complete migration. So it's we can help you with that. It's a complete onboarding. We can do it for you. It takes 2 hours or 3 hours for us to do it, and we can set up the whole school for you.
Awesome. That's great news. So it's just kind of integrating. You
Mhm.
can either download that in a CVS. That's what I was able to do. Or you can have one of your staff members, not yourself, fill out those fields and just send it over to Raul and his team. And in just a few hours, you'll have your complete system set up because we do not want you spending days and days and days trying to get your information over. Monica sent us some hearts. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, Raul, we still haven't even talked about the communication capabilities. Um, and we haven't even talked about the reports. So, give us your last few bells and whistles. We would love to hear about.
I love the communication feature, and I also love the events feature. These are the two very cool features, but I'll talk about communication first. Um, this is on the communication side, you can you have your whole community over here. Like you can create one-to-one communication, or you can create one-to-many communication. You can create a group, but there would not be any peer-to-peer communication. A parent A cannot talk to parent B directly. I mean, if you're throwing out some messages, the messages are coming back to you, so you can do that. Another good thing is that you can have a broadcast message, which is one-way message, which is you're just telling all the parents that my school is my facility is my daycare, my childcare is shut today. I'm not going to tomorrow, and I'm not going to open because of COVID or whatever. You can just write a broadcast message, select all the students or a group of students or one or anyone, uh, and staff members, and you can just type in a message and send it out to them. So this is simple broadcast in a
And I
group.
love that because in all the other softwares, you cannot send your staff the same message at the same time that you send it to your students. So sometimes parents have messages before our own staff has messages. And so for me, the fact that I can take care of my staff and my students in one thing, like, yes, I'm going to answer Jules' question. Is there an app? There's absolutely an app. He's about to show that to you. Monica, the best way, and Kashani, the best way to transfer from any other program that you have is we download your students and then Raul and his team uploads them. But he will give you guys a personal call because he has a free gift for you at the end, and then his team takes care of everything after that. So no worries, we'll make sure. You can do daily reports, and I believe that he is about to show this.
So yeah, this is communication, and you can just create a group for the staff members, just like staff members, and everybody gets the messages, or just the parents of blue class or frog class, or all the all the class. Select all. You can and it will come show all the names over here, and that way you can create a group or you can send an individual message. The good part is that the staff members can send the messages to the parents. Those messages are saved by the system, so you know what communication your staff did with the parents. Most of the schools have a policy of not using the personal cell phones for sending any kind of communication. However, it does happen. We have seen it. But this keeps everything under control. For a business owner, this is so important that if your staff is sending a communication to the parent, you are aware about it, that what communication was sent to the parents or what communication message parents sent to the staff. This is very important for you. So this is something which is about communication.
Yes, and Jewel asked this question to the end. She says, "What is your ability to authorize users and select their accessibility?" Yeah, so they cannot see your payments. Your teachers cannot see your payments. They cannot see certain information. So they do. You can restrict their usage. That's the simple answer. Raul may have the more complicated answer.
Brandy, you are becoming a pre to three pro. Like, you have got so much in such a short time. Like, yes, you can have users, staff members will never see sensitive data of student fees. They would only be able to see their class or their room details. They'll only be authorized to see. If you assign them a particular room, they would only have access to children in that room, not the fee collection, nothing, just their uh, check in, check out, their daily activities, and their information about their parents if they want to reach out to the parents for any kind of incident reporting or anything. So that's about it. It would not show them no report access, nothing of that sort. No integration access.
Raul, I don't know if you have time because I know we have a few more questions, and there's one other thing I have to ask you. But will you click on the daily activities because that is my favorite part?
Yeah, this is the daily activities. So as a staff members, you can see the complete activities what the children have done. You can go and add the activity over here. The staff will do it. It's just for the demo purpose we are showing over here. And okay, so you can select a room. The staff would select a room and they would select a student, and then they have to just select an activity. Let's say they just did a snack time, and that's it. You go ahead, put 10 hour. It's on the phone or iPad which you give to the staff. You go ahead, put in an hour, and you can send. You can select a message like what snack did the child have. If you want to attach a picture or a photograph, you can attach and submit. Boom, it will go to the parents.
Yes, and I love that you can do video clips. I'm so in love. First aid, and you guys have to set your own protocols of. There's some things we put on messages, and then there's some things that are really sensitive. Like if a kid really hurts themselves, I'm not gonna send them a message saying I'm taking your kid to the hospital. Hey,
Yeah.
there's some things like we don't do on technology, but to give those check-in points. This is what we learned today. Hey, this is what happened at nap time, and this is a great use of time for your teachers. This is what they need to be doing at nap time. They need to be communicating with their parents, and everybody has different rules for communication. So they're still gonna follow those rules. So you get to decide for them what activities you expect for them to do every day and which ones did you expect for them to do a few times a week. Samantha, you're asking about incident reports. I don't do full incident reports on technology, but it's for a reason. I will tell you that reason in the membership. I am very selective about written communication that can be screenshotted and put on the internet with like no problem. So we have so many questions coming through. I'm going to answer all the questions at the end because I think you have one new feature you wanted to tell us about. And then, guys, we're going to answer your questions. Like, you guys are so on it tonight. You have great questions. And I promise you, if you stick just a few more minutes, not only am I going to give you something that's free, to me, that's for thousands of dollars. If you just stay a few more minutes, we're going to give you something that's free from me and Rahul. But we're also going to answer every question that we see. Okay.
So this is the report section. We have made all the reports possible which you might need, like room reports. It's daily attendance summary and room ratio reports. We have student reports, activity reports, age reports, allergy reports, check-in, check-out reports of each and every child. Uh, we have. You can just click on child and you can see the days check-in, check-out, total hours the child spent. We have got uh, emergency contact reports. We have got medication reports. These are the reports we have. On the billing, on the staff reports, we have got active staff who are there, check-in, check-out, inactive staff, and staff contact reports. I know we are short of time over here, and this is the billing report, aging report, like, how much tuition is owed to how many days, like 1 to 6, 7 to 12, like, number of days children wise. You can print this report, and this report is also available on the child profile. So if you click on a child's profile, you will see exactly how much tuition fee is owed. Past dues, this is the past dues of all the children, how many, what kind of, like, due is there. And there are some other reports like event reports and inactive parents reports. Active parents on pre to 3, inactive parents on pre to 3. So you can tell them to go ahead and download pre to 3 and start using pre to 3 reports. That is one. Another cool feature there are two features which we are releasing next week. One of them is an enrollment feature. So it automates your inquiry. If somebody wants to, somebody comes to your website and inquires about a program, the Pre-to-3 would capture that inquiry and convert it into lead and send you the information saying that a certain parent has asked for a certain program. So we are doing an enrollment and a waitlist feature on our app, and we are launching a marketing integration. So how many people are searching for you on Google? How many people are engaging with you on Facebook? How many people are engaging with you on what is your ROAS on Facebook advertising if you're doing Facebook advertising? All the details and information and the data and analytics would stay over here. Right now, we have just integrated QuickBooks. So you can also manage your QuickBooks over here. Like, you can just give an authorization and it would pull your P&L, it would pull your balance sheet, it would pull all the data from QuickBooks over here. And then you would have a marketing data in this integration. We are launching this next week. So they are much more like, the events, the authorized pickup. There are tons of things which I would love to show.
Yes, guys, y'all need to like give Rahul a lot of love. He showed us so much, but there's like so much more there. Of course, we cannot show you everything in an hour, but I am going to do what I said. I am going to go down the questions. I think there are great questions. Some of the questions you actually answered in the end, Rahul. Get a sip of water, man. You are a champion over there. I mean, you did it.
Thank you so much.
So listen, I'm going to go back up to the questions that I saw. And some of you say, hey, this software is a little bit similar to other softwares. But when I explain to you the cost, they can't even compare, right? And the reason why I say that is because I want you guys to still be cost efficient and let you know that. So, Jewel, I want to address this. Jewel said ACH for right wheel is 60 cents. I totally get you that. But you're spending hundreds of dollars a month just for the software. So, Rahul, do you want to tell them the 3 tiers now for payment, or you want to wait till the end?
Let's wait.
Okay, we'll wait. He said you gotta wait. Okay, can you transfer from ProCare? I think I know the answer to this. If you go ahead and download your CVS, yes. Will ProCare work with another software? The answer is probably no. But what we would want to do is fully change your integration over before you in ProCare to make sure we capture as much data as possible. And I'm only saying we is because me and Rahul are friends. I'm not touching your data. His team is touching your data. I don't want to know your ProCare password. Don't send it to me. All right. Did I answer that question right?
Yes, you
Okay,
did.
good.
Yes.
Is there an app? Absolutely, there's an app. You can do this cloud-based from any phone, iPad, tablet. It can be Android-based. It does not have to be Apple-based. Monica, this is kind of the same question that Kashani asked about software. We answered the daily report question. So good. We answered the accessibility. So you can give teachers just roles to one rule. And if you have directors, can they give director access like to the whole school?
Yes, you can give a sub-admin access. So you
Okay,
become
good.
the main admin, and you can have a sub-admin under you to give them access.
So, Jewel, I think this answers your question. So, leadership may have more access, but they still won't have all of your payment access
Yeah.
or be able to see your QuickBooks or things like that because that's a no. Um, Joyce says, "Boy, I need this. I had to show that, even though it's not a question." Yes, we already said it integrates with QuickBooks. Okay, this is a new question. Are you able to do payroll with this program? The answer is kinda, I think. So Rahul, I'm gonna let you answer this question.
Yes, we are partnered with Gusto, so you can do payroll with Gusto.
Okay, great. I know that I use ADP, so I know that I have to download the hours and just drop them in ADP, which takes me like less than 10 minutes. But if you use Gusto or you're interested in using Gusto, him and his team can help you do that integration. So the answer is yes. It's not kind of. Can you compartmentalize leaders? We said this. Yes, you can. What about incident reports? Now, I don't do incident reports on this platform because it is a personal preference of ours, but we also had a legal situation where our lawyer for us, he saw some conflicts of interest. So for us, we don't do it, but it is capable. Is that correct, Rahul?
Yeah. So the incident report on our system works for basic incident like a boo-boo report, like, I have a minor, like, scar or minor, like, bruise or something. If you have more serious, then I would strongly recommend not to use a system and send a personalized note or, like, something different. Our feedback from most of the owners have been that they don't use, like, if there is a serious or a, like, a bigger incident, then they don't use this. Yes.
Jules said that screenshot is a mean thing. I'm telling you, technology is great, but you just have to be responsible. And then I think it's also a level of professionalism that there's some things I'm not just going to send you a message about. I'm just going to make sure that as a parent that I call you. So that was a great question. Incident reports. So lesson planning and assessment. So I think Annette is asking, are there any preloaded lesson plans? And someone asked if there are any preloaded like standards in the system.
Currently, we don't have any lesson plans or assessment. The primary purpose of the software is to ensure management, communication, and operations for the facility. It was not towards as academic side.
And then there is a place on there where you can do like what you guys did for the day for
Yeah.
activities.
Mhm.
And so I know probably what you guys are looking at and comparing it to. And I'm gonna still say this is a winner. And I'm sure, maybe we can get some of those standards loaded. If enough of us childcare millionaires get in there, I know they have those national standard count to 10, and it's easy to click. So this is something that we can aspire to do. It says, do you have COVID-19 health checks? Are you asking Joel, are you able to scan? I'm not sure if that's your question. I'm going to ask you to clarify. Do you know what she may mean, Rahul?
Yeah, I can answer that. Yes, we have COVID related questions. When a child checks in, the parent is supposed to answer three questions. If the temperature, if anybody is exposed to COVID, and, like, any travel. If any of those answers are yes, then the parent is not allowed to check in, and the admin gets a notification, so you can talk to the parents or you can send him back. So yes, we have COVID questions.
Awesome. Into that end, someone asked, and I can't find the question about, do you have a keyless sign in with the iPad?
Yes, we have a QR code. You can just show your QR code to the iPad and you can sign in.
So on their phone, they have the QR code boop,
Yes.
to the iPad, and they're in there.
Yeah.
Can the staff see their schedule? Yes, they can.
Yeah.
I can answer that question. Um, they are working on the enrollment part for them to enroll new children and to hold your wait list. I can definitely answer that. How do parents check in and check out? So Samantha, they can use the QR code, or if your food service management wants wet signatures, they can do that. But you do have the ability for them to sign in on your iPad or your computer that you have set up there. Ooh, I am trying to get all of them. I found it. Can you register online? So right now, can you send parents a link to register online that integrates?
Yeah. So it's the simplest possible parent registration I've ever seen. All you do, and Brandy, the login ID is a email ID of the parent. If I'm enrolling a parent in my facility with brandywoods at Gmail, all I need to do is brandywoods at Gmail. The parent can download the app and log in with brandywoods at Gmail. That's it. You are in the system.
I love it. I love it. And they can see all of their kids in that one app.
Yes. Yeah, they can see everything.
Yay.
You don't, and an email is sent out from the system, and the parent just has to download the app and put the email ID which they shared with the childcare.
Awesome. I know that you can add allergies and it automatically tags the kids so the teachers can see the allergies on the
the teachers can see the allergies for their the room the child assigned to them.
So Joyce says, "Marry me." Rahul is married. I don't want his wife to let him stop talking to me because we talk every week. Don't do that. Jules says, "So my cost is less, girl. I'm just to change your whole life." I am going to get to my last few questions. Can parents sign in using their phone? No, they're going to sign in at your panel, but they're going to use their phone to scan their QR code. Can you upload? Yeah, immunizations can be added. Somebody said, "No, he's mine." No, listen, we're not getting Rahul in trouble. He loves his wife. We're not doing that. So with the immunization records, can you upload a picture? I think she's asking, like, can you upload a PDF? I'm not sure if you can do
that. You mean to say document, a PDF document?
Mm-hmm. Like take a scan of it and just make sure it's in their file?
Yeah, we are almost finalizing our association with Adobe, so you can upload a PDF file for the child. And yes, you can upload the picture of the child so that you can have a face to the name.
Yay, yay, yay. Okay, so I think that we're at the end of our questions, and I want to give you my free gift from me and Rahul and kind of tell you how this gift is going to work. But the first thing I need to know is, are you ready to upgrade your program? And I know that this answer is yes. I know that you guys are definitely ready to upgrade your program. So I do want to tell you the prices because for me it was important. I don't know for Rahul how he feels about it. And they do more than the software. I'm going to say that, and I love that. They can do anything that you need for marketing. And me and Darby have worked with him and worked with him with some of our clients. So we have full confidence in Rahul and what his team can do. And he knows that I'm holding him accountable as well as you are because I take you guys are like my family and we want to make sure that you guys are taken care of. But there are 3 levels to pre to 3, and I don't want to say them incorrectly, but it really depends on how many students you have. So Rahul, before we give them the free gift, Will you tell them?
Sure.
Okay. So I want you guys to know this because I don't want you to think, oh my God, I don't want to sign up for this free gift because I'm going to fall in love and then I'm not going to be able to afford it. That is not the case. Now, there are some things that you may want to add, but everything comes in the platform. No matter how many students you have, everything comes in the platform. If you want to add on marketing, they're going to talk to you about that. But the actual platform, there is nobody in Childcare Millionaires that does not, if you do not currently have a platform, after this, you have no reason not to have one in the next day, right? Because it's so simple, it's so cost effective, it's going to save you so much time. So there are 3 levels. Go ahead, Rahul.
It's I mean, it's you will not believe it. It starts at $9.99 per month.
He
That's
said not
it.
9,000. He said,
$9.99.
so where are all of my homes? Like Tamika, where are my homes, right? Those people who you just can't spend a lot of money, but you have a very small center. Where are my homes? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, next question. I have more kids. How much is the next level?
$19.99.
You can't even, oh God.
That's
If you can't spend $19 on your business, really, please leave my live stream. Like, because I've been telling you guys, I paid over $350 a month for the platform I was using. And I was on a grant, and that was their discounted rate after the grant. Okay, and now for that's what I'm talking about, Marilyn. You have a small center, you need this kind of management. This is for you, right? Okay, great. So now me and Kashani have big centers, and Kashani is like, is this per location? How many children? He's gonna tell you that in the follow-up call. I'm not gonna steal all his thunder because he really didn't want to tell y'all. If you have a big center like me, I have a center that can hold 119. Tell them how much I pay a month.
$39.
30.
Just above $1 per day. $1 and few cents per day.
Okay, so listen, y'all see, wow, yes, what? That's what I'm talking about. This, you don't need any upgrades. That cost includes everything we showed you in the platform. Where you may want to upgrade is if you need a website or you need some help with your social media. That's the upgrade. But the software itself, that's the cost. I mean, there's no hidden costs, right? And for me, this is saving me, we estimated between my 2 centers, just moving with him is saving me about $5,000 a year. And then if I add the $7,000 I was spending in, what do you call that, merchant fees and in PCI compliance, I'm literally saving $12,000. So I have the ability to spend more time in marketing. I have the ability to spend money somewhere else, and I'm getting my time back. So I want to give you our free gift, and I need you to commit. I need you to commit to clicking this link tonight or by tomorrow. I want to say tonight because I want you to play in this tool. So what I asked Rahul to do, and you have to use this link because this is the link for Childcare Millionaires. I asked him, could he give us the ability to try it out, right? Because a lot of times, we're a little skeptical or we're using, something else, and we want to make sure that that we like it. And so he said, I'll not just let them try it out, but I will give them a 30-day trial. So I need everybody to write down this link. And if you do, I'm going to get an email from Rahul's team, and I'm going to know everybody who signed up so I can give you something extra special on top. So if you want to try it out, all you have to do is go to this link, bit.ly/pre to 3 with Brandy. Me, Brandy, right? And the reason why I want you to use this link in particular is because it's going to let him know that you are a child care millionaire. For the next 30 days, he's giving the child care millionaire some presidential treatment, and they're going to actually follow up with each and every one of you to help you answer any questions about the platform to make sure this platform is conducive and right for you and your business. It's bit.ly/. I'm going to type it in the chat because I think someone typed it in. I don't think that was it. bit.ly/ pre to 3 with Brandy. Everything is lowercase. Everything is lowercase. I just typed it in the chat, and I want you to promise me it doesn't cost you anything for the free trial. I want you to just look at it, click through it, see if it's for you. And that's going to let him know, hey, you and your center, you're serious, and he's going to know to follow up with you. How many of you are going to do that in the next 24 hours? If that's you, I want you to type yes. If that's you, I want you to type yes. While they are responding, Rahul, do you have any other comments that you would like to share with them?
I really feel that uh, as somebody who is so closely involved with childcare, it's not so much about technology or so much about the software. I would really like to help. If you ever need any help with the software, me and my team would be there to help. If you need any upgrades in the software, if you need any kind of new features, and if we think that the feature is really cool, we would surely come ahead and do it. My entire team is there to help you grow, and I love what Brandy is doing through this group. I mean, I'm there to help. That's it. Any help you need from me with the software, with your marketing, with your branding, uh, I'm ready to help.
Thank you. And that says click that link. And listen, Raul is just a kind spirit. And so even though I am pressuring you, he is not. I want to make that very clear. But I'm not pressuring you because of Raul. I'm pressuring you because I want you to succeed. I want you to be a champ. I want you to get your life back. I don't want you losing thousands of dollars a year because you didn't keep up with your fees, or people were stealing time for you, or your ratios were off and you were just paying too many people to do the wrong thing. And the one thing I always tell you guys is your marketing will draw parents to you, but it's your programming, the way you communicate with them, the tools that you use. That's what's going to keep your parents, right? And so this is just another way from you to set yourself aside from the mom and pop dinosaur old version of daycare to the new improved 2020. We use technology. We want to communicate with you. We're above the cutting edge. So this is going to make sure that you have the opportunity. Kashani, I promise you, Raul will reach out to you because it's really customized depending on what else you need. But I can guarantee you that based on your number of students, that it's the platform is either $9, $19, or $39. And that's for what we showed you tonight. Now, his company does a host of other things, and they're going to even be doing some things for childcare millionaires to make us look bright and shiny like a star. So you'll be able to see, their work firsthand with us as well. But if you need help with marketing, he will answer those questions on your follow-up. But guess who he's going to follow up with? People who go and click bit.ly / free to 3 with Brandy. That's how he's going to know that you want him to follow up. And they may not follow up with you tomorrow. Give them some time, but typically they're going to reach out to you in 5 to 7 days. And if not, contact me and I can shoot him an email and say, hey, this center needs immediate attention. Please make sure that you give them a call real quick. So I want to just thank him. If you guys can thank him, I would love that. Um, yes, don't do nothing. Do something. Do something. I love this. Kashani, some of your questions, and I will put you on the VIP list. Some of your questions are going to be specific since you have a large organization. So we want to make sure that he reaches out to you. Our centers have different names, and so it'll just say Imagine Academy 3, Imagine Me Academy 2. So I think that's customizable. I
Yeah.
think that's customizable. Yay. Yes, very good customer service. Absolutely. Monica said, I love this. Where is it? I lost it. Monica said, and I love this, taking action. Already signed up.
Wow.
That's what I want to hear. I've already signed up. Alyssa says, thank you. Ursula says, thank you. We really appreciate you for being on with us tonight. Samantha, Kashani, Debette. And guys, I appreciate you for showing up for yourself. So we hope that you love the new platform. We don't want to keep Rahul away from his family all night. And I know many of you have to open first thing in the morning. But the reason why I had to do this is because I don't want us to go into the last quarter of the year struggling with our management, struggling with our accounting, not knowing what our profit loss is, not being able to communicate with parents in just 1 to 2 minutes, but we're calling 40 or 50 people on the phone. It's time out for that. And the way that you up level your management is you get a tool that can help you. And the one thing about a tool, it can do way more than you can do with a little effort. So I got the privilege of visiting the pyramids in Egypt. And one of the things that I was so amazed by is how they took those heavy cinder blocks, right? And how they would drag them up the pyramid. But you know what? Ancient times, they had tools to carry the weight of the work. And a tool like Preta 3 can carry the weight of your childcare business. So we want you from the East Coast to the West Coast, from the North to the South. We want you to get a tool that's reasonable, that's affordable, and with someone who is in the childcare industry that's saying, I just want to make childcare ownership easier. And that's why I'm totally in love with Rahul. But he's not my man because he has a wife. So thank you, Rahul, for all of your love. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And congratulations, Joyce, for signing up. We appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget, Katori, to make sure that you go and you get send me your address because I will be sending this to you. If you did not know, we released our new journal. The planner is on the way. I should have the planners. So anyone who ordered a planner or a journal, you should be getting them from Amazon very, very shortly. The planners will be delivered to me, they say, in the next 7 days. So we just wanted to give those few announcements. And you guys know that I love you. This is your coach, B Woods, signing off. I'll see you soon, but I'll definitely see you at the bank. Thank you guys. Have a blessed
Thank
night.
you. Bye.